Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the 125-foot Atlantis, part of the Cape May Whale Watcher fleet. For our virtual whale and dolphin watch, I believe it's our 16th trip here. We are underway from the Miss Chris Marina. I'm here with Captain Stewart. I'm Captain Jeff, your quarantine captain. And we are in the Cape May Canal currently, heading out for the Delaware Bay, and I'm here to tell you folks, it's not going to be very nice out in the Delaware Bay. It's a little breezy out of the west today, but we're underway, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the cruise.
They will not get seasick.
Here we are on Cape May Canal, coming up on the Cape May Lewis Ferry Terminal. Got you in the wheelhouse today. Pretty breezy out on deck. So whenever we are out on deck, ladies and gentlemen, don't be surprised if you cannot hear me clearly. It will be muffled and mostly wind noise today. But this is the view from the wheelhouse today, here with Captain Stewart at the helm. We've been looking for osprey and bald eagles as we've been cruising down the canal here. Hi Betsy, yes, we do still offer tours in early October. We try to sail definitely every weekend in October, and we try to sail daily in October, so keep us in mind for that. Our full schedule is up at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. I didn't mention it, but in addition to being a virtual tour today, this is a public cruise. We're out here with paying passengers aboard. There's been a lot of talk about in our comments section about how many people are allowed aboard the boat. Well, we're out with 18 today, folks. So we have a 125-foot long boat out with 18 paying passengers. So that's an awful lot of space between each person. So we'd love to have you aboard. Got a nice osprey nest here. End of the pilings here. See if we get you a better view. We got two of them. You got one inshore, this one, and then here, closest to us. Got an osprey nest going behind us, right side here. Here at the western end of the Cape May Canal, you can see the Cape May Terminal for the Cape May Lewis Ferry system. Here we have three vessels that dock in all. As you can see, you've got two tied in, the New Jersey and the Delaware, and one ferry that came in low and out in service. It takes approximately 90 minutes to make the 16.5-mile ferry route crossing over to Lewis, Delaware. To the combined efforts of two states, Delaware and New Jersey, to bring this current ferry system to fruition after several failed attempts, they formed the Delaware River and Bay Authority, and they have subsidized the ferry with one of their other projects, the Delaware Memorial Bridge, ever since the ferry's inception back in 1964. See some familiar faces tuning in here, folks. I saw Whitney's in on this one. I see Mrs. Stewart is also watching. Hi, Mom.
Good, Dolphin.
See Gary's tuning in. Hi, Gary. You on a boat today, Gary? Hope you're not out in the bay. Oh, if you're coming this way, it's probably not too bad. Just up ahead of us here, this is the Delaware Bay. Now, if we were to make a right and take you north up the Delaware Bay, eventually we'd wind up in the Delaware River. We could have you in Philadelphia in about 80 miles. The communities to your north on our right. First up, North Cape May. Then Town Bank, what's left of the original whaling settlement here in Cape May. And then the villas.
There's 7 to tide just outside.
Nice view of North Cape May there, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mention it, but we do have crew aboard today along with our paying passengers. We've got Mark aboard today, Caroline, and Gary on the crew today. standing up, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to be holding on or take a seat. You're now out in that good old Delaware Bay. And we are officially on marine mammal search, so keep your eyes peeled. The way we like to start off our whale and dolphin watching trips is looking for dolphins first. And I think we've got a couple right here to start off. Right here at the entrance to the inlet. Or entrance to the canal, rather. Hold on, folks. Got dolphins dead ahead of us here, crossing the front of the boat. We're starting to pop on our right side up ahead. Boss, you were right. It's not nice.
I don't think we have to stay here long. We'll find something somewhere else.
I mean, if you got to be here in a boat, this is the boat to be in.
To be here, right?
Absolutely. So we're looking for Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. They can grow to be 7 to 10 feet in length. They can weigh up to 700 pounds. They are gray in color. They are marine mammals. They got a surface to breathe air. They breathe air like we do. You spot them, point them out to us. If we spot them, we're going to point them out to you. Just popped right side here. Cape May County is actually the northernmost calving grounds for bottlenose dolphins. Every year around 3,000 dolphins swim north of these waters. Last year, out of that 3,000, around 600 called Cape May their summer home, and out of this we witnessed about 120 newborn calves all being given birth right here in Cape May. This group went down on our right side here, up ahead, between 1 and 2 o'clock, moving towards the inlet. There's Slipper. Give him a chance, he'll be back up. Rule number 1 in whale and dolphin watching, whatever goes down must come up. The dolphins are down for a longer period of time. What do you think they're doing? They're feeding. They're chasing fish. They're having a little sushi for lunch. Dolphins are expert fishermen. Going left here. Yep, starting to pop out on the left side here. They went under us and they're popping left side. They don't miss a trick. They live and hunt and work within a cooperative community. They utilize cooperative hunting techniques to gather their fish. They eat 10 to 15 pounds of fish every day, and they communicate back and forth through a series of whistles and clicks. This group's up, left side up ahead. We're going to reposition here. I think this is actually a secondary pond here, up ahead, left side. Now on the front of the boat here, around our 12 o'clock. Working back up to them here. Down the right side. Got a couple going down the right side here at 3 o'clock, a couple more up here at 2 o'clock, closer to the front of the boat here. Season. Going to the left up ahead here. What are you looking for? What's a calf? Calves are baby dolphins. So you're looking for a baby dolphin swimming right tight to mama's side. They're usually around 18 to 24 inches in length. They can be darker in coloration than the rest of the dolphins. If If they were born in the last 24 hours, the calves will be jet black in coloration. They'll have small folds or creases in their sides called fetal folds, and their dorsal fin may or may not be bent over to one side, and the calves get this way from living within the fetal cavity for the past 12 months. That's right, ladies, it's 12 months for dolphins, not 9, 12. So they're very close to the front of the boat here. I realize I think the majority of our folks are on the upper deck at the back of the boat. Take a look out here on the right side or behind us. Sometimes these groups will double back for the inlet. We're still on our left side of the front of the boat, up in the wind there.
Straight out.
I'm a looking, boss.
I said we could add a point and find something nicer.
Remember his report yesterday? He came all the way to here, all the way around Cape May looking for dolphins?
Yeah, we had all that stuff on the beach.
Uh-huh. So we're going to Wildwood, is what you're saying. Not the point. Straight out left side, basically in line with the Cape May Lewis ferry here. About 200 feet out left side, and they're starting to work back towards the inlet around our 9 o'clock, now coming around to 10 o'clock left side. She's a whistling today.
New bridge. John Redding Bridge.
The John Redding Bridge.
John Redding Bridge, John Redding Bridge, George Redding, John Lee. Okay, I'm going to check my radio working. Thank you, sir. Okay, have a good day. Roger.
We got two groups out on the left side here. One coming down the left side of the boat at our 9 o'clock, going around to 8 o'clock. So coming down the left side, going behind us. Oh, that thing.
That doesn't count.
You're wondering what the beeping was, folks. That's a water temperature gauge for the ocean temperature. Currently saying that it was 78 degrees here, which is false. That's a false reading. We were getting a bad reading out of it yesterday, so apparently either the sensor on the bottom for it's gone bad or the unit itself. No concern for that. It's a boat. Stuff breaks.
Everybody's got their whistles and bells.
Stuff breaks. I think the boss might be right, though. This isn't the greatest group of dolphins.
I'm taking off and go around the back of the ferry.
Well, I would go around the back of them.
There's a couple of them on it.
Yeah, they're going back to the inlet up ahead of us here.
Thank you.
I got a lot of glare here today. Here we go. It's better up there.
Getting the shade of the roof.
Exactly. So some of the group has gone back to the inlet where we started our trip here. We got the Cape May Lewis ferry, the Cape May Lopin coming in over on our right side here, and we've got the dolphins up here at our 12 o'clock. They've worked their way right up to the tip of the jetty. So why would they want to hang out in a place like this, ladies and gentlemen, an inlet?
More over here too.
We got more off to the left up ahead here around our 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Well, the inlet is how we got here from the back bays, right? It's where we started the trip off. Okay, and the back bays is where a lot of the marine life in the ocean starts out its life. And then on the outgoing tide, a lot of the marine life, nutrients, small fish, and bigger fish, they all come out through an inlet like this. With dolphins, they know this. They're expert fishermen. They sit here at the inlet waiting for the tide to bring the fish out to them. It's kind of like takeout. No, the dolphins aren't social distancing. We've seen them plenty close together, but it's a good joke. All right, gang, we got a little idea of what we're looking at here. This is a small pod. We're going to continue searching here in the interest of time. It's a good way to start the trip off. Let's see if we can find some more. They're coming down the left side here between us and the jetty, all feeding around the jetty here. Yeah, we just got a lumpy day to deal with here, ladies and gentlemen. It'll actually be nicer out in the Atlantic Ocean today. We have a westerly wind here, northwest, I think. And whenever it blows out of that direction, the Delaware Bay is choppy, like this. The Atlantic Ocean, on the other hand, being on the other side of the peninsula here, at least near shore, will be nice. The wind will be coming off the beach there. We just got to get there. Not terrible, but it can get lumpy on the Delaware Bay. And the waves are always tight together.
So shallow.
It's so shallow in the bay. Should be pretty nice out on the ocean.
Stewart, Ray, Jesse inbound. Thanks, boss.
Except for the little chop, it's a beautiful day. Temperature's down a little bit today. It was right around 80 degrees yesterday. Today we're right around maybe 65 to 70, somewhere in there. Feeling like summer out here. This view that you got right now, this is the 3 o'clock view, so looking out the right side or the starboard side of the vessel here. If you're just joining in with us, you're aboard the 125-foot Atlantis, part of the Cape May Whale Watcher fleet, on one of our virtual whale and dolphin watch trips. This is also a public cruise, so we have paying passengers aboard, just a few today. If you're interested in buying tickets for a future trip here this summer, our website is CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com, and you can go right on there and book your tickets, see the calendar, see what's available. You're in the pilot house of the Atlantis here with Captain Stewart and myself, Captain Jeff. Working our way down past Higbee's Beach right now. This first section of beachfront on your left here, this is known as Higbee's Beach. Believe it or not, this used to be our local clothing optional beach. That's right, this was a nude beach. Was that way for about 85 years. Up until around the mid-90s. Governor Christine Todd Whitman signed a bill telling everybody, keep your clothes on when you go to Higbee's Beach. It's also all a natural maritime forest on the left here, part of the wildlife management area. That's much how the whole coastline once looked here. less glare now. A little less. Coming up on the concrete ship here, ladies and gentlemen. Working our way towards Cape May Point from Cape May Canal. What's the tide doing, boss? Going out?
Coming in.
Coming in.
Well, we're going slow.
Yeah, they could be.
Well, that was the other thing.
You know, where it wraps around the point there?
Yeah.
That rip line?
Yeah, we're about halfway. High tide should be at 4:46. According to the Magic Confuser.
Thank you, George. All right, Ken. Have a good day.
Nice to see we got some folks tuning in from all over today. Eddystone, PA, somebody from Chicago here also. Eddystone's actually where Captain Stewart hails from here, where he grew up.
1183 is nice.
Oswego, New York, Pottsville, PA. No, the captain is from Eddystone. Sorry, Matt. Somebody had said Eddystone, PA. Some folks from Harrisburg, Jersey City, Malden, New York. Happy to have you all aboard. Now on your left up ahead here, where the American flag's flying and the cars are parked, this is Sunset Beach. Every evening we have a flag lowering ceremony here at Sunset Beach, a different flag every evening for a different fallen veteran. Sunset Beach is also an excellent spot to pick up Cape May diamonds. Cape May diamonds are a smallish stone, which can be heat treated and polished and made up into costume jewelry. If you look closely today, you got a few people bending over and picking them up. It's that kind of a day. Also on our left, you can see the remains of the concrete ship, the Atlantis. The Atlantis was 210 feet in length, commissioned in June 1919. She was part of an experimental project during World War I to build ships out of concrete instead of steel. Due to a shortage of steel, she made several transatlantic crossings as a cargo ship. After being decommissioned, she was being brought here to be used as part of a ferry breakwater system. However, during a storm, she broke loose from her tow line. She ran aground there, cracked in half, and she's been there ever since. Once again, constructed entirely of concrete, reinforced with steel rods. And also on the left, back behind the sand dunes, you got a tall concrete cylindrical tower. It's a World War II fire control tower. It was used during World War II primarily for spotting German U-boats, and there were quite a few to be seen. Sure, on your left here, this is known as the borough of Cape May Point. However, it wasn't always this way. It was actually founded by Philadelphia's very own department store magnate, John Wanamaker, as a Presbyterian religious retreat known as the borough of Seagrove. Now, it remained the borough of Seagrove for only 5 years, and then it was changed over to the more popular borough of Cape May Point. This area of choppier water we're passing through here, this is known as the Rips. This is where the Delaware Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. The rips are caused by hills of sand or shoals on the ocean floor beneath us. These shoals cause moving water to shoot up vertically towards the surface, causing the lines and the waves to appear. Working our way around Cape May Point here, folks. Going through the rips on a choppy day. Let's check out the starboard side here. Got wind against the tide, but we're going with the wind here, with the waves. Smooth sailing on the 125-foot Atlantis. You're at the stern, down the right side of the boat. Day like today, it's a very well-defined rip line you can see here, folks. See where the waves stop? That's where the shoal begins. As the water moves up on the shoal, it's forced up to the surface. You see that well-defined line on the surface where the waves begin. They break. Working our way into the ocean, leaving the bay behind us here. Looking a little nicer out here on the ocean. Up on the point here. You're not the southernmost tip of the state of New Jersey any further south and you will get wet. 10 miles out on your right, Lewis, Delaware. On your left, you see the famous Cape May Lighthouse. It's the third lighthouse to be built here. First two, they were lost to the sea. The third and present-day lighthouse was constructed in the year 1859. It's 157.5 feet tall, 199 steps up to the top, where it houses a 350,000 candle power light visible at sea 19 miles on a clear night. MAC, the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts and Humanities, co-sponsor of our trips, now known as Cape May MAC. They've received over $2 million in grant money to restore this lighthouse to its original sandstone color and to do massive renovations to the lantern section in the oil house for a small donation to MAC. You can make the climb to the top for a beautiful panoramic view of Cape May Point and the surrounding waters. They're actually planning on opening for tours at MAC. It was planned for mid-June here, so that's coming up. Also on your left, you can see the white building with a red roof. That's St. Mary's by the Sea. It's now a Sisters Summer Retreat, home to the Sisters of St. Joseph. However, it was built as the Shoreham Hotel back in 1890 by John Wanamaker, then sold to the Sisters in 1909 for the small sum of $9,000. Gotta hand it to them. They know their real estate. It's one of the few places on the East Coast you can see the sun rise over the Atlantic Ocean and set over the Delaware Bay. Worked our way right around the point, and we're now in the ocean. Still cruising here, looking, searching. No good reports to go off of so far today, so we're looking. That's what we do. Got people at the beach. Beaches are open. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. What better place to go social distancing? Have lots of space, fresh air. The beaches here in New Jersey, they are open. Great day for a walk. Just enjoy the ocean. We've had some questions, folks, about things being open down here. I know for Memorial Day weekend there wasn't a whole lot open, as a couple of our customers told us. Didn't have the greatest weather for Memorial Day last weekend, but this weekend the weather's great. And as of the 1st, that's tomorrow, hotels in Cape May will be open at a limited capacity. I think they're 60% or something like that. Short-term rentals are open. Bed and breakfasts are open. I believe over in the Crest and Diamond Beach, they're either opening tomorrow or they're already open over in the Crest. So there are places to stay when you come to the shore as of tomorrow. And the restaurants are open. Everybody's doing takeout just about. Some of our favorites, Lucky Bones right by the dock there. The fish market's open over at the Lobster House. George's down in Cape May. Uncle Bill's Pancake House, they're open. Bella Vita over in West Cape May. Panico's over in West Cape May. Lots of places open. And they're doing some really creative things, I will say, all of them. Some of the places with bars like Lucky Bones, you can get cocktails to go. Oh, Oyster Bay down in Cape May, they're also doing the same thing. Oyster Bay. So lots of different places to get your food. Lots of places to stay. You got the beach. You got whale and dolphin watching. Who could ask for anything more? Yep, Uncle Bill's is open. Ocean View's open too. I just got takeout from Uncle Bill's the other day. They were doing delivery from Uncle Bill's. It's the first breakfast out that I've had in a while, actually. Very nice of them to deliver it down to the dock. So everybody's doing what they can to be open here. I know the stores are doing curbside pickup now. Pete Smith's surf shop down on the beach there. Megan works with us on the boat. I know she's been doing it. So if there's any surfwear you need, check them out. What's the water temperature? Well, our temperature gauge is broken right now, but before it broke, it said it was around 61. This area that we're passing through now, this is known as South Cape May. Believe it or not, right now you're sailing over top of the remains of an old village known as South Cape May. All that's left of South Cape May are the streets and the foundations of some of the old homes that are underneath of us from this Victorian-era town. South Cape May was originally marketed to the African-American community. One land developer attempting to attract attention to this area put up a wooden and tin-side elephant here, a lot like Lucy up in Margate. This was called the Light of Asia. It was put up in 1885. It was torn down just 15 years later. And up ahead of us here, this is the city of Cape May. Cape May is a very historic city dating back to the whaling days and beyond. It originally was a 2-day journey down to Cape May from the then capital city of Philadelphia. The first day down as far as May's Landing, the second day down to Cape May by stagecoach. Today, the entire city of Cape May is a National Historic Landmark for its unique collection of Victorian homes and hotels. Pretty nice going with the wind here, folks. Wind's winds at our back as we're kind of working to the east here, coming around Cape May. Nice view of the cove today. Folks would call it the southern end of Cape May along the promenade there. It's actually the western end. The city itself faces south. Plenty of folks at the beach. Starting to look like a normal summer day here at the shore, folks. And it's still May today, June tomorrow. We all wonder what it's going to be like this year. Normally, it stays like this, pretty low key, until the kids get out of school. Well, all the kids are out of school, so they have no idea what it means for any type of season here. We'll see once the hotels open tomorrow. I think it's going to look about the same as this, though. Turns out here feeding. Still no dolphins, as I suspected. Of course, our group that we had yesterday was a really nice group on the Wildwood beachfront. They were going up the beachfront in Wildwood. They're in the same pattern today. They're going to be further up on us today. Of course, we had several groups offshore yesterday too, so hoping for a repeat on that. We just have to keep working around here into the tide. So it takes a little extra time. Congress Hall coming into view there. Out in front of Congress Hall, Uncle Bill's Pancake House. George's further up than that. Keep on working up the beachfront. Get up to Carney's and Cabanas. Coming into view on your left here, the large yellow hotel with white pillars and a gray roof. That's Congress Hall. It's the third Congress Hall to be built here. First two, they were lost to fires. The second, the Great November Fire of 1878. That same fire destroyed over 30 acres of downtown Cape May. Third and present day, Congress Hall was constructed in the year 1879. It's L-shaped for maximum ocean views. It features a wraparound porch and white pillars, both trademarks of the Victorian hotels of its day. In 1882, Congress Hall was the site of 7 evening concerts held by John Philip Sousa and the Marine Band. It's said that on opening night, over 3,000 people gathered on the front lawn of Congress Hall. Here's a rendition of the Congress Hall March, a piece that he had composed just for the event. Oh boy. So you cruise around here, noticing more and more folks at the beach. When we first started doing these virtual trips, well, it was colder out, but there was literally not a soul on the beaches. And the beaches were closed. Of course, that's months ago now, as the restrictions are continue to be reduced. More and more people coming to the shore. I had to drive down from Yank Marine up in Tuckahoe, New Jersey today, and good bit of traffic coming down for a Sunday, so it seems like people coming to the shore for sure. wind's coming back now. Take it back in the wheelhouse.
I figured you would be spending the day up in front of Wildwood.
Yeah, we kind of figured that too.
Large building on your left here with a big window in the back with the green roof. That's our brand new convention hall here in Cape May.
There was a reason
It's
to
the
be
third convention hall to be built here. First two, they were lost to the sea. Now the homes inshore for the next several city blocks. These are all classic examples of Victorian architecture at its finest. All of these homes were built between the 1860s and the 1870s, the height of the Victorian period, and they're capped off by the white building with the red roof, the red awning, and the American flag up on top. That's the Sea Mist Inn, arguably one of the most photographed homes on the Cape May beachfront. Still working our way up the Cape May beachfront here, folks. I think we got a report from up by the inlet of some dolphins, at least. We had a few dolphins when we first started out our trip back at the Cape May Inlet. And it was none too nice out in the Delaware Bay. We've got a pretty stiff westerly wind today. Wind against the tide out in the bay makes the waves stack up tight together. So we're out in the ocean. It's nicer in the ocean than it is in the bay today, so...
I think it's like 15 to 20 knots, so.
Yeah, that's what I figured. 15 to 20 sounds about right.
They said it was supposed to gust to 25. I didn't see any 25.
Nah.
That doesn't mean it ain't coming.
Well, when you go to dock the boat. Sure it will. Now, you know, as popular as... Uh-oh. Battery died on my microphone. Stand by, folks.
Just had a dolphin.
Huh?
Just had a dolphin.
Gotta put the folks on autopilot here. Whoops. Sorry, gang.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna put the round thing up on the TV screen.
There you go. You guys chill out at that view for now. Here's my microphone.
Oh, those batteries.
Yeah. You know,
I thought it was that one.
not our customers. The other customers. Actually, I've been impressed that I haven't had to do this. But when you're not using it 3 trips a day, it doesn't die as fast.
Astonishing.
Not really. Thanks, Matt. Actually, I meant the microphone for the other customers on board the boat. As popular as Cape May is today, and it was during Victorian times, then being known as the Queen of the Seaside Summer Resorts, fell into quite a bit of a funk, if you will, around the turn of the century, 1900. At that time, Cape May was just a town of old homes. Certainly no reason for a tourist to come down here and visit, and took a natural catastrophe to snap it out of its doldrums, that being the Great Nor'easter of 1962. The storm destroyed the seawall protecting the town, flooded the town, and destroyed several of the old Victorian homes. It was at this time that a lot of land developers came into the area. They wanted to tear down the Victorian homes and put up new modern structures and hotels. It was at this point that a grassroots movement took hold in Cape May, known as MAC. MAC's an acronym for the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts and Humanities. They fought to preserve the history of Cape May, and their first battle was fought over the Emlyn Physic Estate, which now serves as their headquarters and museum in downtown Cape May. MAC's mostly responsible for the Victorian Cape May we all get to enjoy today. This section of Cape May on your left, this is known as East Cape May. Back in 1903, a group of investors from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania came down here to Cape May and purchased all this land on our left for the small sum of $200,000 in an attempt to build an all-new Cape May and rejuvenate the city. In the end, fewer than 100 homes were built. These large seaside cottages stand as a lasting testimony to their efforts. about worked our way all the way around the island of Cape May. Gone from the Delaware Bay into the Atlantic Ocean here. Got a report of a few dolphins up here by Cape May Inlet. And we're still searching here, folks. This last section of beach on our left here, this is known as Poverty Beach. This became known as Poverty Beach during Victorian times, with the class system still in effect. The hired help working in the hotels of downtown Cape May, they were not permitted to bathe with the guests, so they were relegated to this rather obscure northern secondary beachfront, thus the name Poverty Beach. Got you not zoomed out here. There's our water depth and where we are coming up to Cape May Inlet here. All the black lines are all the track lines from where the boat's gone on the other trips here on the chart plotter to the right. And that's the bottom contour on the left. We're in only 15 feet of water. Pretty shallow around Cape May overall.
Do you think it'd be worthwhile while we're on one of these sometime to take a walk around the boat, show the people, and show the cabin on that?
I can do that right now. What do you guys think? You want a tour of the boat? Get my mask up here.
Okay, we are Batman.
You love this mask. Okay, gang. Let's go for a walk. In case you haven't been keeping up with us, we have put social distance markers around the boat. As you can see, we've got lots of space. We've got more space than any boat you're going to find here, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly in New Jersey. I don't know if you've interacted with Bridget over the phone or at the ticket booth. You probably have, my sister. Bridget's rifle. She came up with whale tails. Social distance marker, so that was her idea. You're wondering how much space we have. That's been a popular question. How much space? Well, this much space. Lots of it. Hop in the cabin here. So when you're aboard the Atlantis, it has dividers between each table. So when you're seated, you're still separated. boat's exceptionally clean, ladies and gentlemen, and now is no different. Everything gets cleaned constantly throughout the trip. Airline cleaning today.
Cape May Inlet, constructed back in 1903, and down the ocean about 4,600 feet. Far side of the inlet, Wildwood Crest, Wildwood, Brook Wildwood, where the map for.
Got you back out on deck here, folks. Back corner here. Yeah, we normally have draft beer on our trips. We're not doing that right now. We only have cans. The boss saw something. Say hi, Gary. Upper cabin. Everything all right, boss?
Yeah, I saw dolphins up here right as I was right on the tip of the rock, so I couldn't turn in.
Gotcha. Got my attention. I came running back
I
up.
was like, I'm gonna make a look. No, I'm not.
We took everybody around. We went through the
Here we
main
are.
cabin there. Checked out the dividers in the cabin. Checked out the back deck. Showed all the open rail space.
Boom, right underneath the boat here and some more up ahead.
All right, we got dolphins again here, folks. Hi, Danielle. Nice to see you tuning in. When you guys gonna get back out here?
I saw a disturbance.
So we did a 360 there, folks. We had dolphins as we were passing the inlet. Got dolphins right off the front of the boat right now. We had a couple more dive underneath of us. They should pop on the right or the left behind us here. Get you focused back up here, folks. See which way they're going. Yeah, you got a few back behind the boat here. On our right side, back behind us, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock here. Interesting how we had dolphins at the inlet from the Cape May Canal. Now we have other dolphins here at this inlet, ladies and gentlemen. So it rings true. This is where they feed around the inlets pretty often here. We have an incoming tide currently here. Right side starting to surface here. There's Flipper. 2 o'clock. So at the front of the boat here on our right now. We've spun the boat around yet again. Got him at 3 o'clock and 2 o'clock here. What are we looking at today, folks? Are we looking at dolphins or porpoise? What's the difference? A lot of people use the words interchangeably like they're the same animal. They're not. Today you're looking at bottlenose dolphins, not porpoise. See, dolphins have a beak which sticks out the front of their body, makes them look like they're always smiling. And they've got cone-shaped teeth. Porpoise, on the other hand, have a blunt head and spade-shaped teeth. Dolphins are also larger than porpoise. These bottlenose dolphins are about twice the size of a harbor porpoise. Another way you can tell the difference between dolphins and porpoise, you can go just by the time of year we get to see them here in Cape May. We see dolphins, we see porpoise. We see them in different seasons, though. Our dolphins, they show up here around the middle of April. They stay with us throughout the spring, summer, and the fall. They really don't leave till around December. And the dolphins do this because they like the water 50 degrees or warmer. Our water temperature out here today is 61 degrees. Porpoise, on the other hand, you don't see porpoise this time of year in Cape May. If you came back out in January or February, you'd see all the harbor porpoise you want would be out here in 38-degree water, and there would not be any dolphins that time of year. Tough trip, boss.
Tell me about it.
Might be the
There was
most
another group.
difficult virtual trip we've had so far.
We had here, and there was another group right there when you were talking about them.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know where they went.
Crossing the inlet behind your pillar.
Okay.
That's where they're going. Kind of hide the whole world behind that pillar. This group swam over into the inlet here, folks. So they're right in the middle of the inlet up
Yeah,
ahead
they are.
on our left side here.
There's two groups out there.
Yeah. Now when we left the dock, ladies and gentlemen, we said we were leaving on a cetacean spectacular. The term cetacean refers to a group of 80 different marine mammals, which are broken up into two suborders. It's toothed whales and baleen whales. Bottlenose dolphins, they are toothed whales. We're grouped in with other toothed whales. That includes other dolphins, porpoise, orcas, pilot whales, belugas. Those are all examples of toothed whales. Now larger whales like a humpback whale, fin whale, a right whale, blue whale, those are baleen whales. They don't have any teeth. In lieu of teeth, they have baleen plates on the roof of their mouth. They use the baleen like a big filter. They filter their food out of seawater and then they swallow it whole. This group just went down on our left, here in the middle of the inlet. Let's see where they pop this time. Going behind us, left side here. Back behind us, left side. Going into the inlet. So you folks are looking at the left side of the Atlantis here. Our 9 o'clock position at Cape May Inlet here. Got a nice pod of dolphins feeding in the inlet here. Have you ever thought about how a dolphin sleeps? Probably not. Left side up ahead of us now. Between 9 and 10 o'clock. Think about a sleeping dolphin in these terms, if you will. Dolphins are marine mammals. They have to surface to breathe air. They breathe air like we do. Well, we can't lay down on the ocean floor and take a nap, right? Neither can the dolphins. Now, scientists knew for years they are related to humpback whales and other cetaceans. They had studied humpback whales doing something called logging. They thought maybe the dolphins do the same thing. Logging is a pretty simple process for a humpback whale. They float up on the surface with their back exposed to the air so they can breathe through the blowhole in their back while they take a nap. Humpback whales can do this because they're comprised of a lot of blubber. Blubber is a fatty tissue, and we all know fat floats. Dolphins, on the other hand, dolphins are comprised of more muscle tissue. Dolphins are more dense than water. If they stop swimming, they'd actually sink and drown. Hard to believe for one of nature's best swimmers, and it puzzled scientists for years. Finally, a Russian scientist had 2 dolphins in captivity. He hooked them up to a brainwave machine and solved the mystery. He discovered dolphins have the ability to isolate either hemisphere of their brain throughout the day. So, throughout one part of the day, the dolphins are swimming on the left hemisphere of their brain only. The right hemisphere is turned off or sleeping. Throughout another part of the day, they're swimming on the right hemisphere of their brain only, and the left hemisphere is turned off or sleeping. And throughout more rigorous activities like feeding and or mating, dolphins are operating on both left and right hemispheres of the brain at the same time. Unlike man, we all know when it comes to mating, man will be operating on no hemispheres of the brain. Don't be afraid to look behind us here, gang. The dolphins could swim back out of the inlet. They were ahead of us. They probably dove underneath of us. Take a look around. If you see them, point them out so other folks can see them here. I wonder if they kept going around to Wildwood.
Well, I didn't see him over there. I just glassed everywhere, but that's where I'm going.
Brings up another interesting topic with dolphins. How about their mating behavior? Did you know that dolphins are some of the most sexually active creatures on the planet? Unlike other animals that only mate when the female's in heat, the dolphins will mate 365 days of the year, and they mate for fun and recreation. Left side on the surface here, they were behind us. So now we've rotated the boat. They're moving towards Wildwood on our left, up ahead here. Some male dolphins, believe it or not, they've been known to mate 5 to 7 times a day. Gotta love those dolphins.
Up here also.
It's all a new spin on that theory about coming back as a bird. We got a pretty day today, ladies and gentlemen. Our sightings are a little off. But that's kind of the point of all these different trips that we run.
Every day is different.
Every day is different. Every trip is different. The weather conditions are different. The wildlife is different. That is part of going to see wildlife in its natural environment anywhere. That wild part of it, it's not in our control. All we can do is the best of our ability to find what we can and show it to you. You're right, it is a great trip. Thank you, Jim. It's a beautiful day. Right next to us, left side. We've told you an awful lot of information about dolphins in a short period of time here today, and I don't expect you to remember everything. If we could tell you one thing, if you could remember one thing, let's remember this. Where are we? Well, where are we today? We've been everywhere. Now we're out in the Atlantic Ocean. We started out in Delaware Bay. The dolphins are in the same place. They're out here in the wild and free. Right next to us, left side here, just went down. Dolphins like this in the wild, they can live 45 to 50 years. Now, the dolphins you see out in captivity, like in a marine mammal park show, they're not so lucky. Typically, for every 1 dolphin you see out in captivity, there's been 3 dolphins captured. The first 2 die in the first 90 days of capture. That last one, lucky dolphin, you get to see in a show, they only live to the ripe old age of 5, and that's it. So what are we getting at? It does not matter whether you're on this boat or somebody else's. What really matters, the well-being of the dolphins. This is where they belong, living out their lives the way the Creator intended them to live, not swimming around a little concrete tank in endless circles where they go blind from swimming in chlorinated water and then die off from some other eye-related disease. No way, gang. The dolphins belong out here. bet that the group swam underneath of us. I haven't been too good at predicting where the around. There's some way back there, middle of the inlet. I saw that group, Cap, but that's not the group we were watching. In the interest of time here, folks, we're going to continue searching. Pull away from this pond of dolphins that's always get locked to wave goodbye to Flipper. Be here next time and come see him at the shore. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Off the beach.
Yeah.
Because he's now in North Wildwood. There's our group just popped in front of us.
Just popping.
This pod just popped on our left side up ahead here. Okay, group's still at the back of the boat on the right side, so it doesn't matter. Let's go. And if you've been tuning in with us for the whole trip here, folks, we're now in Wildwood. We've gone all the way around the island here, past the both inlets now. Pretty rough out in the Delaware Bay, so we're out here in the ocean. We've got a westerly wind, so it's pretty nice out here in the ocean, as you can see. Wildwood in the distance up ahead. We had that stuff like on the Bellbuoy line out here yesterday,
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
and he probably steamed right past because he's in tight. See, Arthur has a question here about our 6:30 trip. We are scheduled to go at 6:30 throughout the month of June, actually, Arthur. Problem is we need a few folks to go. We're out here with as few as 18 people today. We were scheduled for a morning trip today, and we didn't have enough participation for that, so we had to cancel that trip. But if we get a few folks together, we'd love to go on our 6:30 trip. I've actually thought about doing a virtual 6:30 trip here, just so you folks get the sunset. It's setting so late this time of year, it would actually have to be a later trip.
Get rid of my track lines.
Well, yeah, you can't see anything on the
That's true.
chart plotter.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
deep is the water where we are right now?
25.
Hang on. I can show you. I think. There we go. 27, 28 feet, 27 feet. Got some good marks on the bottom actually right here. Our fish finder. Cleaned up our chalk plotter so we can actually see where we are now. There you go.
See him?
What was that, boss? Is it a
I'm like,
Wait a Michael. Fine.
anyway, what was that? Was it a big fish?
I think it was a striper myself.
Alright folks, we're working our way off the beach as we head up the island of Wildwood here. That's Wildwood. Inshore of this. First up's Diamond Beach, then Wildwood Crest, Wildwood, and North Wildwood. As we work off the beach, you want to change your emphasis of what we're looking for from something small like a dolphin to something much larger. Now you're not just looking for a humpback whale floating up on the surface waiting for us to come along and find them. Pretty rarely do that. So what are you looking for? You're looking for that same stereotypical spout of the whale, the old "Dar she blows," same type of event. Nice group of dolphins just went down dead ahead of us here, actually. Humpback whales put up a spout 8 to 12 feet high. Fin whales put up a spout 20 feet tall. Dolphins coming towards the front of the boat on our left up ahead. I think there's a calf in this group as well. Coming down the left side up ahead here, folks. Paul's asking here if we ever come across injured marine mammals. Occasionally we have seen injured whales. We also have seen injured dolphins or stranded dolphins. Instead of stranded whale. For us, we have to call the Marine Mammal Stranding Center. They're basically the only people in New Jersey to help out with that. They're based out of Brigantine, New Jersey. They help seals, they help dolphins. Dolphins are going to the left up ahead. There's that calf swimming right tight to Mama's side. This group's in a hurry up ahead, left side. Up in front of the boat here. Now we're 11 o'clock, coming around to 12 o'clock. Nice group. Still at the front of the boat, left side. Slowed down a little bit. Going off to the left, kind of doing a circle. dolphins off the beach here, folks? Well, two reasons. A, we like the dolphins. Fair enough. Second reason, dolphins are out here feeding. We talked about them feeding, and they feed on a fish around here called bunker. Small oily fish, around 3 to 9 inches in length, silver in color, also known as menhaden. It's a base fish. Lots of things in the ocean eat bunker. Great bass eat it, bluefish eat it, ospreys eat it, bald eagles eat it. Humpback whales eat it. Eat humpback. Humpback whales can grow to be straight out left side. Dolphins are back out. 9 o'clock here. Humpback whales can grow to be 25 to up to 50 feet in length. They can weigh up to 35 tons or 70,000 pounds. The big boys, big appetites, they can eat 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of fish every day. Around here in the Mid-Atlantic states, basically from Virginia up through New York, humpback whales eat bunker every day. You stop on a group of dolphins that are feeding on bunker, which this group certainly seems to be changing direction enough that it looks like they're feeding here. You can have a humpback whale feeding in the same area. And a lot of our activity this time of year is near shore. Most of the humpback whale reports I've been getting from up and down the coast here, they're all within a mile of the beach. So it's good to slow down, check it out, and see what we got. This group of dolphins keeps changing directions because the fish that they're chasing are trying to escape. It's a school of fish probably trying to escape. The fish are swimming for their lives. The dolphins are trying to have a late lunch here. Up ahead of us now are 11 o'clock, left side. They don't care. As some of these trips go, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've bored some of you folks into submission here. Like we said, every trip's different. It's actually a really pretty group of dolphins. Got a couple of yearlings in here and one calf in the group, all feeding together here. Pod just went down left side. Typically around here, folks, a humpback whale is going to stay down 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And more dolphins further up left side here. 5 to 10 minutes is kind of an average for them. Humpback whales can stay down for up to 30 minutes, which is an eternity when you're waiting for them to come back up. In the interest of time here, we're going to keep searching here, seeing some more life at this distance off the beach, so we're going to work our way up the beach here. There were more up through that kind of a vein of them there, so. seeing more white caps as we walk off the beach here. He already gave up on his group at the Ferris wheel there.
Go out and get outside the sand.
I swear there's got to be something in here right up just ahead of us here. Look like stuff coming in. All right, gang. Well, we're going to continue searching here, and I think I've got to help out the captain here. So I think we're going to wrap up our virtual cruise here today. Very happy that you all could enjoy the trip here today. Again, I'm Captain Jeff, your quarantine captain. I'm here with Captain Stewart. We're aboard the 125-foot Atlantis, part of the Cape May Whale Watcher fleet. We've had a beautiful day around the island here today. Had some nice groups of dolphins inshore. We're working offshore here, continuing to search. This is a public cruise. We're out here with a whopping 18 passengers today aboard a 125-foot longboat. So lots and lots of space. A portion of this video, if you weren't in it earlier, shows what the boat looks like, ladies and gentlemen, as far as social distancing markers and barriers set up in the cabin. So once we post it to the site here, you can go back and check that out. Had some questions whether the boat is wheelchair accessible. Yes, it is. Accessed by a ADA compliant ramp. You can roll around the whole lower deck of the Atlantis, and the restrooms aboard the Atlantis are also ADA compliant. So we are sailing daily for a 1 o'clock 3-hour whale and dolphin watch. Tickets are available at CapeMayWhaleWatcher.com. So if you'd like to come with us, we'd love to have you. We have tons of space. The most space you're going to find on any whale watching boat in the tri-state area here. So, hope to have you aboard. In the meantime, stay home, stay safe, and we hope to see you aboard.